Welcome back to Let's Play Stasis. Is that a heartbeat or what? No, that's just the music. Okay. Anyway. And we found our daughter, and now we must skin Malan alive and feed it to him. I remember that. Okay, moving forward. I read the PDA. There is a power pad, but I don't have my rivet gun anymore. Would have been fun. So let's try the terminal. I'm gonna scoot the microphone a little bit. Oh yeah, attempting to fix pod terminal. I think I got it working. Sort, backspace won't work. Still can't do much but make entries. Open, on, open. How do I get access to other functions? Banderashka. Database incomplete. Terminal now recognizes the pod. Pod door hydraulics can be accessed, but not opened. Pod is ready to roll. Terminal works well enough, but cannot erase test posts. Open. Whoa. Power pad still. Clearly that is an item we need in Space Engineers. A little high voltage pad you can stand on to extend the range of everything. Anyway. Watch that animation closely, there was something wrong. Namely, the chair went out from under him before he moved. Destruction. Disposal area. Why not? Even though I assume visitor center is where we're supposed to go. I was kind of afraid it was going to blow up on me. Nope, you clicked the wrong button. You died. Dead end. Crash through wall. Spiders?
These creatures are following their base instincts. Breeding, eating. And
he put spider in the mix? What mix? I don't know what he did. Organic growth. Porous material resembles the softness and stickiness of used chewing gum. Oh, that sums it up very well. Dead body, dead body. Cocoon. Dead body. Lustrous surface is punctured by occasional ripples. Let's go through Spiderland.
The tower. Maintenance and repair in solid waste disposal facility is overdue by 9,125 days.
I'm gonna ignore that and stare at the bone. Knobs of bone protrude from the surface.
This is the final boarding call for SEED Level 9 employees.
I feel like there's multiple things going on here. Like, you have the Homo Novi Whatsits, you had Samantha, you got the fungus, and now you got, I assume this is what the fungus turned into? There's a face on the wall and what looks like...
loader. Looks like it was sealed in during construction.
I didn't click that. I just moused over it. An effigy has been sculpted from a slab of mucus. Its role is unknown. No, that is a face, which would be an effigy, I mean, representation. That just looks like a body in a cloak with, like, grabby arms. Loader has been engulfed in gelatinous mucus. Loader inside growth? Plasma cutter, that's what I'm looking for. Now I want to go stand on the power pad.
Shit.
What are you upset about? I don't know what I'm looking for here. I mean, I see a power cell. Is that what you were grumping about? I'm getting...
Never seen anything as disgusting as this place.
You're being chatty today, John. Well, what's up with that? Wait. What if I... My items. Plasma cutter.
I think that would break.
Well, I think it would upset whoever sculpted it, is what I'm more concerned. Did it say creeping? Creeping phlegm. The function of this viscous mucus is unknown. Don't go back in there. I can't trust you today, John. Why you do these things? Okay, he went with the chair this time. I'm going back to where we started. Because there's a power pad there, and I must stand on it with a plasma cutter. I can be trusted with power tools. I don't know what you're talking about. Completely harmless. Okay, it's just this one that it moves out of sync. Anyway, power pad. Plasma cutter. Refrigerator. I was actually wanting to aim at the maintenance pod, but then I realized refrigerator. Yeah, PDA. If I went through all that for a PDA... Oh, who am I kidding? Jared would make for a useful business partner, but I can't even suggest it to him without him erupting into a fit of rage and beginning to rant that ain't how it's done in my family. Does the man honestly expect to get anywhere without once taking help from those more intelligent than him? Groom Lake has been a pleasure to be aboard thus far, much more entertaining than being on Earth. Even my family's private island isn't this entertaining. Granted, there isn't much left to do now that all the indigenous animals have been hunted and killed. Space, however, is infinite. Excuse me. I feel as though planning an April Fool's joke almost 2 weeks in advance is a little pathetic, especially when the plan consists of a single prank, pouring water on Jared. I poured water on him, just a little glass, and the consequence? The hulking dimwit chased me down the corridor with a wrench, slicing a reasonable portion of my forehead open. I'm now thoroughly convinced that he is deranged and will be doing some investigation. Instead of doing the logical thing and just keeping a safe distance, after agreeing to transfer a sum of money, I convinced Dr. Graham to obtain Jared's medical records for me. Jared really is mentally ill. He suffers from outbursts of rage. According to one report, he murdered his brother by crushing him to death with a car. I recognize that. Goes on to note that Jared believes it to be, quote, the will of the Lord. Capitalized, just like that. How on earth did he manage to get a position on the most important area of this ship? I'll have to stay on his good side. That's the guy from last time that, he felt bad, or said he felt bad, etc., and then ended up killing the guy that wouldn't, quote, or paraphrase, that wouldn't shut up, and then asking if he could fix himself, and he had a screwdriver, and one can only imagine where that went. I mean, where the situation went, not where the screwdriver went, although would be my assumption. Based on the way that the conversation with himself was going, it seemed like he was leading down that path. I'm beginning to miss my father's mansion more with each passing day. Having maids and chefs to cater to me is how I was raised. To be responsible for cleaning up after myself and walking all the way to the mess hall for food remains a challenge. Oh, you poor little snowflake. Sometimes I question my own sanity. I briefly criticized Jared's hobby of repairing that old transport pod, and oh, the daggered stare he gave me in return. What did I think I could possibly accomplish by talking to him about it? Unbelievable. He burned my thesaurus. Jared marched towards me, ripped it out of my hands, set it on fire, then he screamed, "April Fools!" and sprinted away, waving the burning pages above us. I wondered what the book was. He mentioned the book, and that he burned it. I'm trying to figure out why somebody would carry around a thesaurus. For those that may not know, a thesaurus is kind of like a dictionary, but instead of definitions, it contains synonyms. Words with the same meaning. It's often used by writers to ensure that they don't use the same adjectives and such too repetitiously. Anyway, I can't begin to say how many times I've retyped my entries. They feel not as good. There's a better word, I swear. I would kill to get my thesaurus back. How can anyone respect me if I don't sound smart? Oh no, what will people think? I give up. I ran into Dr. Graham today and he remarked that I sounded like less of a pretentious jerk. Guess I should talk like an ordinary person from now on. Oh, hey, ordinary is a pretty big word. Dude, if you're just faking it with a thesaurus, use words people can understand. It helps. My arms hurt. It was hard work to get all that fungus out of the generators. We did it, though. Cleaning is not easy, but I feel a sense of accomplishment. I guess Jared isn't all bad. He apologized to me today for losing his temper so often. And you know what? I apologized in return. I don't remember the last time I did that. Oh, it turns out the guy had a bunch of rations tucked away. He shared them with me, even though he's almost out. If I don't starve to death here, I may put him in charge of Tanaka Investments charity, which doesn't exist. Yet. Rations are here. We have enough food in the freezer to last us. We're far less hungry than the guys who are manning the twins. Who are the twins? Should I be worried about them killing me? I have to say, I'm impressed. I'm not sure how those guys had the energy to keep us afloat with so little to eat. Those guys are titans. Engineering is now in total lockdown. We have to keep whatever those things are away from the generators. I don't think we'll ever see the light of day again. At least when I die, I'll be with the only real friend I ever had. Aww. Too bad Jared ended up killing him because he wouldn't crush. Which is sad. Frozen body. What was the point of that? Why? Why did I need an eyeball? My assumption is that somewhere in the future that is going to be useful to me, but from my current perspective in time, why did you need an eyeball?
I think that'll just break it.
Why did you just jam an eyeball in your pocket? I know it's a quantum storage device, but still, bear with me. 10 to 1, I'm going to need an eyeball in the next area, and a power cell. And I otherwise would have had to loop back to there. But for once, I'm ahead of the curve. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. And we didn't crash. Okay, power cell and... Okay, I think the power cell's gonna go in there.
This is the first boarding announcement for lifeboat 8 through 25. Any
Loose
passengers requiring special assistance...
Violently bent open. Retinal scanner. Okay, give me my inventory. Do something.
Welcome to the Groom Lake Visitor Center.
Eyeball.
Trust that you'll enjoy your stay. Welcome to the Groom Lake Visitor Center. Corporation trusts...
Power. Why am I not just doing it? Wait. Can I attach the plasma cutter to it? Putting the driver. Ooh, see. Where am I? Yeah, I hope that thing that looked like a ship wasn't important. I really didn't think we'd just plow it through the wall.
Welcome to the Groom Lake Visitor Center.
Oh, model.
Kane Corporation trusts that you'll enjoy your stay. Please ensure your personal data tag is updated with your medical history and is functioning correctly. Kane Mining Limited was founded in 2050. Henry Kane was appointed to exercise control over East Asian Pacific debt repayment through mining asset acquisition.
That's a picture of a phonograph.
Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian. Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk and his father Edmund was a veterinarian.
Last I checked, vets make pretty good money. How are you impoverished and a vet? Improper money management, Meep thinks. Or perhaps they live in a world where vets don't get paid very well. I mean, not brain surgeon level money, but they do get paid decently.
2116, Kane Corporation recruited a vessel from its mining fleet to be repurposed as a laboratory.
But I thought we were on a planet. There was lightning and everything, and then one of the PDA logs talked about us being on, I think, Neptune?
Launched in 2000. fusion-powered ship was used extensively as a planetary mining platform. 15 years of atmospheric exposure resulted in a weakened hull and her decommissioning.
And then we used it as a lab.
This poster depicts a 95-year-old Henry Kane in the prime of his life.
95 is the prime of life now, huh?
Did you know? Kane Mining Limited was rebranded as Kane Corporation in June 2019.
I did not know. I don't know how I
The town
would.
was rechristened the Blue Lake in 2120 when she left dry dock and began her journey to...
And I clicked out of the game and forgot that that would mute it. History lesson, history lesson. Why do you not always properly... There we go. Enjoy a tour of the visitor center. The flavor text doesn't always update on the Steam window.
Charles Clark Kane has proudly taken over the reins from his father and continues his family's legacy.
The sad thing is I just noticed how shattered up the floor is.
In 2077, a mile below the surface, Camp 571 in Japan produced a treasure trove of medical research documentation.
How does a mining facility just manage to produce medical documentation?
Henry Kane served in the military and was a
Henry?
decorated naval aviator.
I thought his name was Henry.
A
Hendry.
replica of a statue of remembrance that stands in Washington, D.C. The rapid advancement of medical research and its auxiliary studies culminated in the perfection of genetic manipulation. Popularized by the media as a medical Cold War, the eugenics age far exceeded selective breeding. In 2049, a worldwide ban was placed on unapproved genetic modification.
Lifeboat, lifeboat, lifeboat. Not a lifeboat. Poke the lifeboats, which I assume is slang for escape pod. Are they hooked up to a slingshot? I mean, that would be kind of hilarious and clever, but... Power grid? I'm gonna save because we're getting rather sudden music shifts. And you know, ooh, nope. Shattered glass. Trash. Flammable and toxic fluids. Yay! Are we in a cathedral? I think we're in a...
Without a family, man, alone in the world, trembles with a cold.
My mouse pointer just vanished and I was kind of confused. What, are you telling me that was the code for the door? I doubt the guy would have just given me that information.
Mr. Marachek.
John, shoot him! Kill him now!
Oh, now you died because you took her out of your way.
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
I have a plasma cutter.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
You are far from a god. You know what? I'm on a power pad and I have a plasma cutter. It's not gonna let me do that. It's only gonna give me the one option. I'm just making sure I only have the one option. Neptune, yay. Oh, I only have so long. I thought that was the sound of a machine cycling up. I didn't realize that was... Oh, let's see. Dissolved, eaten, melted gas, shredded, bang. Yep. Bleeding belly, cold steel, slug gun fun. I have no mouth, but I must scream. It burns, hangman, plasma overload, opening, break shot. There are a lot of achievements listed as suicide. Yeah, I have no mouth, but I must scream what intrigues me. That's a reference to an older work. Well, let's do it right this time. It still says portal. Oh, there we go. To ya. Ah.
You really are a roach, Mr. Magic.
John, shoot him! Kill him now!
See, if he hadn't knocked her down...
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
You know, I'm just gonna deal with this. He's got a force field? Excuse me? Well, now I'm just gonna have to start jump cutting while I keep attempting this. There's 3 gun turrets on the floor.
By whose standards do you call me a monster?
I got to mouse over them at the entry into the room. There's the blinking thing to my left. I'm gonna try the blinking thing.
Here, grab hold of something!
Security lockdown initiated.
What happened?
Quantum storage device damaged and door missing. Fracture of femur detected.
Ah.
Scapula damaged. Seek immediate medical attention.
I fell.
Alan, did you... Have we got her?
I do. She's here.
Trying to remember where the scapula is. I should know this. With the shoulder blade?
It's over. It's all over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to end like this. Waking you was a mistake, John. But I'm happy to have met you.
I don't understand. Tear, what do you mean? You woke me? Answer me!
Coordinates confirmed. Cryo conservation temperatures.
We needed a way to transport the research off the Groom Lake. And your wife's bone marrow was a perfect storage device.
Research? This is about fucking research?
Yes! It's about research. Worth billions, John. Billions.
So you caused all of this? You let those things loose?
No, I'm not that sloppy. The idiots we sent to get your wife's body turned off all the containment protocols. We lost Ellen in all the chaos. That pussy Yuri was on his way to you when Malan got involved.
On his way to get my DNA.
It was the only way to locate the data carrier in this shitfest. Old man Kane will be rolling in his grave when I sell his secrets.
You're just like Malan.
Is that what you think? John, do you love your wife? Well, I loved my husband, and Kane's security forces murdered him during a protest. Kane Corporation took everything from me, and now I will burn them to the ground.
You don't have to do this. You don't.
To stasis pod, son. It was never gonna happen.
No technology, cell structure preservation.
Celedigraphic coordinates confirmed. Autopilot has been engaged. Time to departure. 15 minutes.
Oh, that's right. I don't have my quantum storage device now.
This can be unorthodox.
You never had any intention of helping me. You used me. You used my family.
It's not personal.
Not personal. You bitch.
Guilty.
What do I do with the data tag? Click, 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 click. Oh.
Yeah.
Data tag. Oh.
Fuck you.
There's a big problem in this. If the guns shoot at the data tags, it should have been shooting at the data tag as soon as I pulled it.
This vessel has been cleared for departure.
The data tag's inside a quantum storage device, meaning it's outside of the scanner range of them, so they just started firing as soon as I pulled it out of the quantum storage device. Okay, I can roll with that.
Destination changed.
I love you, Ellen.
That destroyed the other stasis pod, so. And luckily it didn't shoot anything else. Very accurate little turrets. So it appears that his wife was dead and he didn't know it. But at least he died happy. Happier. You know what I mean? There was something I was going to say. And I completely lost my train of thought during that beautiful cinematic. Beautiful opening and closing cinematics for the game, though. And oddly short credits. Me? And I'm assuming the achievement, yeah, complete stasis. And that was the whole of the credits. Wow, okay. Well, this was certainly an interesting game. A very chatty game, which, not that I'm complaining, I'm just still a little bit new to doing a lot of, you know, reading on recording and whatnot. But, you know, it's fun, it's interesting, and it's good practice and whatnot. In any case, I really enjoyed this game. It is on Steam. It's been so long since I got it, I don't remember what it cost. I got it a while back. I did recently get a copy of Kane also, which is apparently the prequel to this game. Or this is the sequel to Kane. I'm not 100% sure, I only recently found it. But, I do intend on playing that, and I did enjoy this game. And I hope you enjoyed watching. As always, if not, always open to constructive criticism and whatnot. I say that every time. Well, almost every time. I say it a lot. I enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed watching. And I hope to see you again on the next game. Or I hope that you see me again on the next game. Or you know exactly what I'm saying. In any case, I will see you next time on the next game, place, thing.